Hey there, so this is a quick overview of Cardo Freecom 4 in a Pfanner Protos helmet. This is how I have mine set up. This is the Freecom 4 unit. It clicks into this little carriage. There's a clip version and there's a double stick version. This is a double stick version. This is a GoPro Hero session I used to record some of my jobs and stuff. It's just a modified thingy. I cut it and glued it on there, and I put the sticky on there so it's as low profile as I can possibly get it and still get a good view of the work. You see a little bit of the visor in both shots when it's up and down, but it's actually pretty good and it picks up decent audio. Enough about the GoPro. This is the Cardo unit. Sorry about the birds, it's sunset so they're noisy. So this is a black helmet, so it's really hard to show exactly what it looks like in here. But basically the unit is made for a motorcycle helmet, and it includes a boom for an open face helmet, and that's what I use in here. My friend was hot glue, and that's what I attached most of the stuff with. I'm going to take this apart real quick and show you how I did it. This might take a second. Take this out. Undo that thing. Undo that thing. Take that out. That out. Take the visor off. So all this is in the instructions of your Pfanner helmet if you got one. But it's all clicks and tabs, so it's not rocket science. Let's see. Take that out. Take that out. This chin strap. Move these out of the way. Take this thing. That thing, and I'm going to take off one of the ear cups so I can show you. Stupid thing off. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Here's the shell. Alright, I found a spot. I used the clip mount at first, and I found a spot that worked good, and then I swapped it out for the double stick mount and stuck it on there. I hot glued the wires to secure them in place. There's two different microphones. There's a boom mic, and then there's another mic that you would actually Velcro into a chin bar of a motorcycle helmet. This works great for this helmet because you don't have a chin bar, obviously. So the speaker is inside here under the phone, and I cut out a little circle crudely, and I Velcroed the speaker into the ear cup. Cut a little slot here for the wire See, the wire slides right into that little slot. So I can put the foam back in. On the inside of the helmet, I just basically potted all the wires and the excess. You can see that in there. You can see it over there. And this part, which has a Velcro, you can stick it on there and Velcro it on there. Don't worry about this mess. This is from my old Bluetooth unit. All I did was pour a gigantic blob of hot glue and smush that thing right into there. Held it in place. A couple things you gotta be concerned about is this visor goes on the front, right? So you gotta make sure the arms aren't in the way and the microphone's not in the way of the arms. This is nice because you can get it close to your mouth. Granted, all the pads aren't in here, but it's close-ish to your mouth. There's an arrow on the front. You can see right there a little gold arrow that's supposed to be pointing toward your mouth. That's where the microphone is on that side. So just be mindful of that. And then when it's in, you don't need to use it or anything. It literally tucks up right between the sweat pad and the helmet itself. So it's up and out of the way. And it works pretty well. These little notches here prevent you from having to modify the little ear cups. And you take the ear foam, I don't know what it's called, but the ear foam thing, and then you can pop that right back in place, and there you go. Same thing on both sides. The unit just clicks on like so. Ta-da! And then you turn it on, turn it off, connect to Bluetooth. I'm not going to go over all the modes and crap of this, but it works really well. You can connect to Sena units as well. Sorry, it's a black helmet, so it's hard to see the black wires in there, but you can kind of see everything. And there's enough play in the wires that they're still slack when they're fully out, and then you can see when they're retracted, the wire is not pinched at all. Same thing on this side. It just kind of tucks behind the head harness. I'm gonna try to put this back together real quick if I can. If I can figure out where this thing. It's pretty easy to put it back together, honestly. It's not that hard. There is kind of a certain order that it goes into. Found that putting this strap in is kind of the most hard part, because sometimes you put it on backwards. I think I got it right this time. And this thing goes on right there. I've taken this helmet apart several times, so I'm pretty good at putting it back together. And you take the little head clippy piece, and you got to make sure to put your straps on that side, on the inside of it, otherwise they won't go in the little grooves that they need to go into. Slide that thing in there, slide this one in here. And then the straps hook into the little slots right there. You can see that. Ta-da. Make sure they're not twisted. Click them into there. Click him into there. These little guys kind of zigzag together. That one zigzags together. Ta-da, ta-da. Take your little sweatband. Click that in there. That's it for the helmet portion. I'm gonna take our little airplane thing. If you take this thing out a bunch of times, this is gonna happen to you too. This little foam thing doesn't stick the little airplane headband in there, and then put your visor back on. Sure it's over the helmet. Boom, there you go. Simple. All right, visor flips up and down, microphone comes down, put the helmet on. And figure out the chin strap. Here we go. Get stuck in my beard. There we go. Chin strap. So the ear cups move forward and close, and this little dude clicks right on, and then you can there we go. So it just told me, hello, mobile phone 1 connected. Just be mindful of that little arrow, that's huge. The way I have it set up right now, it's inside the visor, and the visor doesn't hit it. It's, you know, it's close, but it doesn't hit it. And then when I don't need it, I can tuck it up in this little space up here, and you can kind of see it up there. But that's close enough that it gets good voice. You can actually run the saw, talk on the phone, and it's surprisingly good. Like, it doesn't, I mean, you'll still hear some background noise, but it's not that bad. And if you're talking to other tree guys, crane operator, etc., it's really, really nice. A lot of times I'll leave my ear cups out like this and not on my ears, so I can still hear the speaker. You'll see a lot of guys do that. You still hear the speaker, but you can also hear ambient noise, because once you put the ear cups on, it's really good hearing protection. So once you put the ear cups on and someone's yelling at you from the ground and not on comms, you can hardly hear what the heck they're saying. So I usually leave them like this, and then when I got to cut, I just flop them down, cut, and most of the time I'll just pop one out so I can hear what's going on if someone's not on comms, and then pop it back on when I'm doing my work. You can also do stuff like listen to FM, radio, and all that stuff. Your music, if you want to listen to music. Sometimes when I'm just climbing around the tree, I don't really need the comms on and just repositioning. I'll just have one ear cup down like this, so I don't feel like I'm in a tunnel, and I can still hear. I can hear the guys on the ground. I can still hear people talking, and they can still hear me, and I can move and do my thing without anything. This little GoPro thing is kind of nice because I can record what I'm doing. If I can get it in there. It just clicks in. It's not the best view, but it's good enough. You know, when the shield's down, there's just a tiny bit of black plastic in the view, but it's right in front of me. I can see everything that I'm doing. The only thing about having a GoPro on your helmet is try not to do the left, right, up, down, left, right, up, down. Like, you can look left and right with your eyes. If you're moving your head all the time, whatever video you're gonna make is just gonna be, it's gonna drive you nuts and make you sick. So just try not to do that. Like, if you gotta grab something over here, just look over and grab it. You don't need to move your head for everything. If you want to look at something or you want to demonstrate something, like make it a mindful action. Like, look at what you're doing and leave your head there. Do your thing. Move your eyes around, but don't move your head around the whole freaking time, because that'll just, you won't even want to watch it. And you get used to that, really. I mean, it's something you do naturally. You don't move your head around all the time. You just move with your eyes. So, anywho, a little bit of a ramble there, but that is the Freecom 4 wireless dealy whacker for a Cardo Freecom 4 for a Pfanner Protos helmet. Let me know what you think. Sorry that was a little rambly and probably noisy. Little side note, the nice thing about this is I can take this off. I can take my GoPro off. And I can leave the helmet in my my tool bag and stuff and just charge these things. So that's pretty nice. I also have a little tiny battery pack that I've been playing around with to maybe stick on the back to charge either the GoPro or the Cardo if necessary, but I haven't run into that situation yet. I've actually used this all day and then gone to work the next day and realized I haven't charged it. Plugged it in my car on my drive to work, and it was pretty much good for the whole day. So this thing's pretty good. Maybe when it gets older, the life of the battery will get less. This thing, definitely charge it before you use it, and that's it. All right, peace out.